All right, welcome back. Today we're going to be looking at PwnedLabs, Microsoft Azure with BloodHound, right? So we're only going to do a little bit with BloodHound actually. BloodHound doesn't really work too well with Azure, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to give it a quick try. All right, it also says that it's also suitable for CTF approach. This one is also free, but only doing the free labs on here so far. So let's go ahead and get started, right? Shows you how to install BloodHound, shows you how to start Neo4j and everything like that. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Let's get those two things started up. We'll start up actually a different terminal over here. Sudo Neo4j console, right? Start up Neo4j, and then we'll go ahead and we'll get BloodHound started up. There we go. All right, then I'm just going to go ahead and reset the database that's already in here. Go ahead and we'll scroll down, clear that database, clear database. There we go. Okay, so the very first thing we're going to do is an AZ login. Now you do have to do a sudo apt install AZ, or if you just type it in, if you just type in AZ, then it will tell you, to install it. So we'll do an AZ login. And what we're going to do here is going to open up an account, right? So we can go ahead and we click on Jose Rodriguez. Okay, that's who we're going to come in as it says at the very beginning up here. So we'll go ahead and we'll scroll back up. You can also go ahead and email that email you just saw because I ain't on it. So let's go ahead and grab that password. All right. And we'll sign into Jose Rodriguez. And once we do that, we'll actually get a nice little JSON file drop down over here in a couple seconds. And we see this, right? We need that tenant ID right there for this to be able to do BloodHound on this. So if we go back to our little room over here, right? Go ahead and we'll scroll down like a little bit. We need that tenant ID. What we could do is we could run BloodHound pretty much with that tenant ID. And I'll show you this command like right here. So we're going to run AzHound, which you do also have to download that. I already have it in my path. You can get that from GitHub. So if you go to GitHub, AzHound, they actually have some releases for it. Right, you can see I downloaded it not too long ago. But they have some releases for it over here. If you're on Linux, which I've been doing all these labs so far on Linux, you can go to AMD64 zip and go ahead and unzip that and start that guy up like right there. It actually shows you how to install it on there with an install sh file, but we'll go ahead and we'll throw this into here. Okay, make sure that the tenant ID is the correct, right? So tenant, that's correct. And we're going to do a list, okay? And then we're going to put the output as output.json. All right, let me go ahead and make sure that that output is in there like right now. It is. And we'll copy that again. Whoops. Now, when we do this, you do realize that the exclamation point, so we need to do a single quote right there, exclamation point at the end of it, single quote, enter. And we'll go ahead and we'll wait for this. But you can start seeing it's kind of like it's running a little BloodHound thing kind of thing, right? You kind of see that. Kind of same exact thing. But it's going to put it into output.json, which then we can then upload into BloodHound. So it's a nice little format it's going to put it into. Let's go ahead and upload that output.json into BloodHound now. So we'll go to upload data and go into my folder here. Output.json. And we can go ahead and we can upload this, like I said, into BloodHound. Now, BloodHound doesn't have like attack vectors for it. Okay, like it does normally, like we would see with the Active Directory. Well, if we type in Jose over here, Jose Rodriguez, right, we click on him. We do see that he has some admin roles here, right? He's a member of IT Help Desk, right? He's an update manager. We can start to kind of break things down in here, but we can't like right click on this and go to help and see, if there's anything that we could do with that. So if we go to help over here, we don't really see much. OPSEC considerations, abuse information, nothing for that one like right there. So let's continue on and see what else we could do. Now we're going to kind of do like a BloodHound by hand kind of thing. I do have a video on actually doing it through Active Directory, but we're going to kind of do like a little, we're going to use a script that they actually provide in this lab, which I thought was really awesome. All right, we're going to connect to Microsoft Graph, right? So we got to install this module, connects to that MF Graph, and from there what's going to happen is we're going to look at all the different users and we're going to see pretty much if they have, let's say, values to them, okay? Like such as this user like right here, right? We see this value down here. So I already have that script, but you have to run this in PowerShell, right? So let's go ahead and do a pwsh iCali here. And I already did import module for this. So I already have this, or install module, Microsoft Graph. And if you do that in here, it will still install. You'll still be able to do it with this, right? So since we're in this folder, and if I do an ls-la, you can see I have my Microsoft graph.ps1 like right there. So if we just go ahead and just run it, Microsoft graph.ps1, right, like you would normally run a PowerShell script, there we go. We're going to get asked to log in, right? We'll go to Jose Rodriguez. We're going to go ahead, we're going to probably need his password. We do. Okay, let's scroll back up to the top here, grab his password. We'll throw that into there. We'll sign into there, and then we could bring ourselves back down like wherever we just were. All right, we're right about here, right? And we'll see authentication complete. You can return the application. Okay. Well, what happened over here? Oh, we started dumping data. We see a bunch of users, things like that, right? So if we scroll up, we do actually see that user archive with a key value of help desk and then a password, right? So can we log into this archive user? Let's go ahead and find out. So we have this help desk, but it's archive at megabigtech.com, right? So now we continue to break this down a little bit more and more. And we can go into the Azure portal, start to do things in there, right? But what we want to do is we want to see what that shows us, like right there, the archive. What it's showing us is that they stored the password of the user. It says like right here, right? It has a custom security attribute named help desk that seems to store the password of the user. So let's go ahead and go to the Azure portal with Jose again. Because if we look at that portal, we are part of IT Help Desk. If we could get to that that help desk attribute, which we should be able to, right? Then we could actually see passwords. So let's go ahead and go to Security PC. And this might take me a little bit of clicking around and things like that because I did this a while ago, earlier today. So I'm going to have to probably click around like a little bit. But it does tell you pretty much how to do it. I believe it was the configuration. Yep, that looks pretty good. Configuration. I think we can actually scroll down, like right down here. Yes, we can. User data. Pass a script configuration file or other data that will be accessible to your applications throughout the lifetime of the virtual machine. And we see some credentials in here, right? So we have security user, and then we have a password in here. So now we know that, yes, they are passing off credentials, right? Or they are keeping credentials. So we have security user at whatever it was, Mega, Big Core, whatever it was, right? So let's go ahead and let's sign out of here. Let's sign in with a different account. All right, I think I already have it listed in here. Security user at megabigtech.com. All right, same as I think of that Jose user, right? We can also go ahead if we don't know if that user exists. We can also go back to our BloodHound, right? And look on here, see if we can find security user or anything like that. And we do at megabigtech.com. So we can see it like right there also. Okay. And it automatically logged in for us, probably because I already did this before. But from there, you just put in that password. Right now, he has the name, resources of security configs here. Let's go ahead and check that out like real quick. Let's see what we have all in here. Okay. This probably like right here, I kind of just started clicking around and was able to find what I was looking for in here. So I just kind of started looking through different things and found a flag file in here. But try to see maybe storage tasks, preview, and data management. Oh, nothing in there. Okay. What about storage, browser? Anything in here? Anything within storage? Recently viewed security PC. Let's go ahead and click on that again. See if we have anything new in here. We do. Okay, so we have config latest.xml, and we also have the flag.txt. Okay, so that's showing what happens when you store passwords within that Azure. And we can go ahead and we can start to look at that, right? At that attribute, like right there, help desk. We can find it with our other user. He can see the help desk, so we can see the passwords that were stored. And then from there, we have now been able to get into this machine and be able to find whatever we want to find, right? Now, there is something else within this, okay, that I liked a lot. The custom BloodHound queries. Okay, so I went ahead and I already made this query. So if we copy that like right there, we can come into here, we go to raw query, and we can actually look for that. All right, and we see global admins, right? So that's for a global admin query like right there. Now you can save that query. That's what's really cool about it, okay? If we go to database info, I think it is. Maybe it's in here. I forget like where it's at. Scroll way down. Nope, not in there. Sorry, I just had to sneeze. All right, we can actually save this query. I forgot how I actually saved it in here. So we can query the information, maybe analysis. Yep, analysis. Okay, scroll all the way down. If you click on this little pencil icon, we can actually name and save a query. So I already saved this. So I have this query now. Now something else they give you is they give you a whole bunch of scripts for queries for Microsoft Azure. Okay, so we have a bunch of stuff in here, right? So we just did that global admin one right there, right? Let's go ahead and let's see here. What's this one? Return all members of high privilege roles that are synced. Okay, let's go ahead and try that. Let's see if we can't put that in there. See if we get anything. Okay, no data returned from query. That's okay. Let's go ahead and try something else here. Query, return all Azure users that are synced on on-prem AD. Probably not going to return anything on this, but this would be a really good thing to probably figure out, like right here. Oh, that one's got an error in it. It's because of that space at the end. Return, let me see here. Return n. Obviously, if n equals something, right? Nothing in there, okay? But you can start to go through these and see what else can you actually do, right? Maybe this will return all orders of Azure applications. Maybe this will give us something. We'll try this like right here. But we can go ahead and we can save those different queries also, like how I showed you. So there we go. So this guy, Docky, owns him. Okay, I don't know if we can do anything with this. There's no exploit in here, abuse. Everything a contributor can do with the addition of assigning rights to resources. Okay, so there's probably an abuse that we could do with that, right? But let's go ahead and save that query now. So we'll save this to what it says like right here. Return all owners of Azure applications. And I was going to go through and just start to just make all these, right? Select category. I'm just putting them all underneath domain information. We'll go ahead and grab that. We'll save that. And now I can always return to that query like right there, which I thought that was super cool, right? I thought that was awesome. All Azure subscriptions. I wonder if we can find anything with passwords in here. Or like storage. Nope, nothing like that. Okay, I just want to see if we can find anything like that in here. See if we can see like our users are doing something like that. Find shortest path to high value targets. That probably a good one like right there, right? To high value roles, excuse me. There we go. All right, so we're seeing the shortest path to high value roles. Let's go ahead and save that one like right there. Shortest path to high value roles. We'll put that as shortest path. We'll save that. And now it's saved, right, underneath shortest path, like right there. So I feel like this lab, just getting these queries itself, I feel like that was enough, you know. But yeah, that was an awesome lab to do. There's quite a few things you do have to install. I like doing it on Kali where, you know, we're not just running just straight out PowerShell. We're trying to do it in both, and we're using the PowerShell on Kali and then importing those different modules, installing those different modules, things like that, and writing them like that, and still being able to complete the task that we're doing. All right, so I'll talk to you all later. I hope you all learned something, and yep, you all have a good one.